If you have ever said that I am going to start again Monday, then this video is for you. And it is not for you because I have some sort of better plan or a stricter routine or habit hacks or anything like that, but because I have been there. I've lived that. And I've spent the last 10 years trying to figure out why that cycle actually exists and how to break it. I have been the girl who didn't care and just kind of did whatever I want, ate whatever I want, went to the random classes because they sounded like fun, and then I've swung all the way to the other side and been like obsessive meal prep, get a trainer, do all the things, go all in on fitness. I couldn't make either of them stick, and some of that made all of my problems with food and my relationship with my body so much worse. In fact, getting a trainer fed into disordered eating and ended up kind of destroying my relationship with my body for a really long time. It made me feel like my body was a problem that needed to be solved. And that's kind of what the industry wants, is for you to feel like you are the problem and they have the solution. I left corporate to do this work because that felt shitty and I knew I wasn't alone in going through that. I got obsessed with the question of, if we know what to do, then why don't we just do it? And then I started to ask, why, when we try so hard, do we make it worse? Here's what I've learned. The problem is never information, especially in this day and age. Like, you can get whatever information you want whenever you want it. By now, I assume most of you do know reasonably that you should be moving your body and kind of how to do that. You know what kind of foods are good for you and going to fuel you well. The problem is that we're treating consistency like it's just a trait that you either have or don't have. I've heard plenty of people say to me, I'm just not consistent. If you take one thing away from this video, stop telling yourself that, because whatever you tell yourself, you're going to believe. Consistency is a skill, and like any skill, you have to practice it. And that means that you're going to suck at it for a while, and you need to learn to accept that sucking is part of the process. You're not going to get it by trying harder. Trying harder and failing more and feeling like you're failing more is part of the problem. Accept that it's a skill that you're practicing, that you're learning, and you're going to have a little period there where it sucks, and that's okay. And you don't need to push through that. You just need to keep trying. The missing piece here is not discipline, because inevitably life is going to happen and you cannot just push through. And if you think that you can, then I'm not for you. Go watch some other video, because life is going to happen. You are going to have things that stop you from going to the gym or eating that meal or whatever it is that you're trying to be consistent with. You need to figure out how to keep going despite that and through life's interruptions. So practically, what can I tell you to do? Firstly, the basics are much more simple than you think, and some people think that they're too simple to do anything and so they don't do them and they skip them, so don't. Move your body, sleep, eat regularly, try not to be super stressed, drink some water. It's not that complicated. The complexity comes from trying to do all of those things while your life is busy lifing in the background. Your schedule, your preferences, the things that you have on your plate right now, your mental health state, all of it is going to come into play. That's where personalization matters, and anyone who tells you that they've got the perfect plan can't possibly know that, because your life is very different from theirs and from mine, and that's okay. And that doesn't mean that we can't figure out what works for us right now and how to adapt when it no longer does. The second thing that you're going to need is people. Not to do the same thing as you, but to be alongside you. It's the concept of a gym buddy for some people. It's having an accountability partner for others. It's being witnessed through the change. It's not feeling alone when you don't hit your goals. It's feeling supported instead. It makes all the difference. It's why therapy works. The therapist is not there to say, good job. The therapist is there to say, this sucks and I'll sit with you. And you kind of need that through this as well. Instead of giving up, you're more likely to utilize those people as a sounding board for how to keep going or how to not end up here again, how to learn from this, how to improve. All things that are going to help you move forward, not start over. And the third thing that I don't think I hear people talk about is that you actually need to like it. Like, you need to like the life that you're living while you're building for the thing that you want. You really need to like the life that you're living while you're building for the things that you want. If you're just waiting to reach the goal, you're going to hate the process, and trust me, the goal won't be enough at the end of it. I wanted a specific body and I got it, and it meant nothing, and I felt like shit because I didn't like the process. Having the body didn't change absolutely anything at all about my life, except that now I had no period and a whole bunch of other issues. So if you want to just use me as an example, then there it is. But trust me, the messy middle is more of your life than any goal ever will be, and you need to learn to enjoy that. Build a life you love while working towards the things that you want. And so here's the pitch. Everything that I just talked about is in the Stop Starting Over membership. It's a coaching mentorship. There's a course, but I just reference it because you don't really need the information. So when you need a reminder, it's there. But it's a community of those people who are going to be there with you. And it's the coaching. It's the content of what you should be doing based on science for your workouts and for your nutrition. You get calls with me every week where we can try to help you learn to personalize it. And that's an important thing, because if you can learn to personalize it, then this system will work for you through any phase of life. I train very differently now with a toddler than I did with a baby, than I did before I had a kid. And you're going to go through phases in life, kids or no kids, and you're going to need to know how to adapt. So that system is there for you. It's cancel anytime, stay as long as you want, as long as it works, as long as you need it, and then go when you don't. And I think that that's really important. It's $68 a month right now because I'm sort of setting up the foundation of the community within there. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me, because I'm a real human and I will reply and answer those questions. But the link is in the description. If you've been starting over for years, then I want you to hear this, because it is not your fault. Nobody has ever taught you this skill, and it is something that you need support to practice. So know when I say this that not only have I lived it, but I've helped plenty of people do this over the years, and I want to help you too. Like I said, links in the description, and if it's not the time, then keep watching, because I'm trying to share as much as I can on here to help as many people as possible. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.